Oh my gosh, my glasses are so glary. Well, they are. It's distracting me. Anyways, welcome to learning about the moon phases on Tuesday instead of Monday. We are going to go over last quarter. You can go into your binder and check out the little snippet explaining the last quarter, or it's also known as third quarter. So, last quarter moon. I like saying last quarter because it's the last quarter. There are no more quarters to this lunar cycle. It's all about releasing, surrendering, letting go. And it's a really good energy to follow up from your full moon. I want to go over the full moon page of Cancer. So I'll show you mine. So we went over it a little bit, but after all of your journey work and meditation with Crab Spirit, I want you to do another mini meditation on your feelings after releasing. So then you can be shown all of the intentions. So you'd be filling out this section, the first section, and then you would write down the things that you have gotten that are physical or you got emotionally throughout this cycle. And then we've already gone through releasing energy, which is the last quarter. And you'd write down everything that you've released and practice with the releasing to receive affirmations. Those have been so helpful. It helps place energy towards everything we've been building up to. And that's going to explain the last quarter because that's your last purging cycle of releasing, and it's in Libra. So Libra is all about balancing energies. So when you balance out releasing energy, you want something to fill it in. And last week we worked with Venus on how to receive energy through rose quartz. Oh, you see Goose's little head. So you know how to receive energy. You also know how to give energy to others. This is about releasing everything that does not align to you. This will help for your meditation. I can flip. Let's see here. We should be taking notes, but to flip to your meditation page, I believe it's about aggression. I wanted to touch base on the word aggression. Aggression or anger isn't necessarily a negative thing. It's a lower vibration. For some reason, I don't know where my meditation section is. It's a lower vibration. Because it's a lower vibration that wants to be released, it's going to be released in unprofitable ways. And when we don't have a lot of energy coming from the earth, it can actually lead to stagnation and instability and exhaustion because we're releasing without being grounded. And even when you're grounded with a lower vibrational emotion like aggression, it can suck all the energy out of you and you're grounded, but you're grounding to an earth that is trying to contain her energy because there isn't much to give anyways. You're going to feel like so drained. And this is why we're also working with Carnelian. If you want to focus on Polarian energy, they have a different output of balancing with an air element versus the ground itself. So you want to balance your energy with the changes that have been happening this entire cycle versus grounding with an earth element because she is restoring her energy. This is how you can restore and compost your energy with change. So I want you to look at the changes that have been happening during the new moon and see the difference to the last quarter phase, to right now. So then you can start transcending those changes and releasing whatever doesn't line up with what you've been receiving. Because after this last quarter phase, then you get to express and share those energies. Because if you don't share them and you keep them inside, it's not profitable for the conscious collective of actually receiving energy to share it. Now you're just holding it onto it, and it can actually lead to problems in your body, emotional anxiety. Usually when you hold on to things you're supposed to be releasing to the conscious collective, you can become anxious. This is different than depression. That's when you're receiving too much energy and not balanced. Check your chart to see if you have Libra, because that's just another aspect of if you can release energy and rebalance. That is a bit about the main lunar phase. The last quarter phase is a longer chunk of time in the lunar cycle than the actual meditation. Mars is going direct, and the meditation has a lot to do with, one, you're releasing. Now, Mars, the planet, is actually going to speed up to its original energetic field in magnetism. So you might get that aggression back in your life, that need to connect and ground with the earth. Try again to make sure everything's released prior to grounding so it's sufficient and you don't feel so physically and emotionally drained. Then check in with your emotions and try to see how Mars has played a huge role in your life. That's the whole point of this meditation. I'm going to try one more time, guys, to see where the heck my meditations are. There we go. See, it wasn't the time to find it. There we go. So be shown how your aggression and competitiveness changed for a sense of drive and motivation towards insightful intelligence. So this all has to deal with how you are shifting and moving the way you take action with grounding with Mother Earth while she is in a restoration phase. It can be quite difficult, but don't shut down and try and transcend and reach your higher chakras, because aggression is a lower chakra vibration and you don't want to be trying to ground through other people. Now I'm going to speak about the tool we'll be using. Super stoked about our carnelian piece. Carnelian is a type of agate. Also wearing it. If you don't have a physical chunk of the tool, you can always wear the crystal if you like wearing crystals instead of using them. If that's just not your style, because you'll be able to receive the energy. Just remember, your left side's for receiving, your right side is for releasing. So when we do go over how to use the tool, carnelian is a lower chakra crystal, hence why we'll be using it. It's connected to your sacral chakra, so sexual energy, and what you release towards your actions, towards when you connect with the earth or trying to ground. That's how you can actually use the energy, and it can control the energy. This is like your energetic caffeine bug. Well, it's a rock, but we're going to use it for harnessing Gemini energy, which is an air element, because Mars is going direct in Gemini. And it's also connected with the element of fire. The transits that are happening, I've mentioned Mars. Juno is also entering Aries. Now, Juno is an asteroid that has to do with marriage or soulmates, partnership in your life. And it is the medium of Venus and Mars, which I think is a perfect resemblance of how you can balance out the way you receive energy and the way you release it, on top of actually placing energy towards it through your Mars placement. Now you can go to your transits. I believe it's Mars and Juno. Check to see what your Mars is. This is going to be where you shift the energy through. And your Juno placement is going to be how you put it. So let's say your Mars placement. I'm going to go to a cheat sheet. Just going to, let's see, Mars in Sagittarius. So you're going to go to the second page of your cheat sheet and see Sagittarius. It's lined up with the fire element and its thighs and hips. So you would check out the fire, and that's passion, enthusiasm, temperament, and spontaneity. So you're going to shift those energies from your thighs and your hips. So those parts of your body might feel kind of sore once Mars goes direct, because it's going to be going physically faster. You're going to shift that energy with the carnelian. And then to balance it out, if you have a partner, you're going to see not where your Juno is, but you're going to see where their Juno is and place it on that part of their body. Hi, little gatito. And let's say you don't have a human partner, you can practice this with your companion pet, because they love energy work too. So then you would go to their Juno. So I'll just pick Scorpio. Maybe not. I'm going to switch that one. You might laugh because you'll see what the bunny part is. I mean, unless you're down for that and they're a Scorpio, then you have no choice. But let's do Cancer. So chest, breast, stomach. So I would rub this on my partner's chest, stomach area. So I would rub that. So I would transfer from my thighs and hips and rub and transfer the energy for my soulmate. So now they're getting that energetic releasing and receiving, and I'm getting the same. It's a balancing back and forth. And you're re-energizing them. You're not grounding through them. We're just transferring the energy. We're appreciating this asteroid that likes to balance and is in a very creative, fire-driven element like Aries for taking action. And I really want you to notice, once you keep exchanging energy with your partner in a non-sexual way, I really want you to see how much more energy you will have to create other things. Like, it'll almost be like taking a big shot of coffee. It's really fun. And let's see here how it ties into Polaris. This is super neat. So on Polaris, they rely on the rainforest for everything that they receive. This means that they don't have crops. They rely on whatever she's giving them. So they have a super neutral, very balanced lifestyle with that planet. And I really want us to have the same thing with our Mother Earth. So we really need to learn how to release and receive with one another versus energy dumping into the earth while she's trying to regain her strength for spring and summertime. So let's get to know the seasons, and this is the season where we need to utilize the conscious collective and bounce energy and transcend what we have right now and what Mother Earth has given us, so we can appreciate her energy and really be grateful for it during spring and summertime. So I'm super excited to hear about your interactions, especially with your partner. You can also do this with friends, see what their Juno is, exchange carnelians, and have that releasing and receiving energy. Let me go through the dates of exactly when Mars goes direct. I believe it's in the front of your binder. There it is. Mars goes direct January 12th, so in a couple of days. And then January 18th, Mercury goes direct. So a lot of things will be clearing up pretty soon here. Well, thank you. That is an update on the lunar phases. We're on our last quarter. Oh my goodness. Soon we'll be completely rejoicing in everything that this lunar phase has given us. We'll be thinking that Polarian energy, going through really dense energetic vibrations to understand how we can best communicate and touch down with Mother Earth like their planet. And we'll be shifting over to Syrian energy. So we have one more week with Polaris energy, and we'll be shifting to a totally different 5D and up vibrations. So super stoked about that. Thank you. Mwah. Namaste. Blessed. Bye, guys.